Hello guys. In this video, I would like to present 3 questions related with linear systems. The first question we can see now on the screen. The linear system, the equations are given and we would like to solve them and then find the solution by simplifying the equations first. In the second question and the third, there are applications where we have to establish the equations and then try to solve them. So let's come back to question number 1. We see that there are 2 equations, 2x minus 1 over 3 plus y plus 2 over 4 is equal to 4. And x plus 3 over 2 minus x minus y over 3 is equal to 3. Now take a second to think. You can pause the video and see what can you do to solve this linear system. Well, I think since we have fractions, you can see the fractions here, it's a very good idea that we can remove the fractions by multiplying both sides by the LCD, the least common denominator. Now let's see. In the first equation, since the fractions that are divided by 3 and 4, so I can see the LCD is 12. So let's multiply by 12 on both sides. So 12 multiplied by the first term here, 12 divided by 3 will be 4. So I can write here 4 bracket 2x minus 1. Do not forget the brackets. 12 divided by this 4 is 3 multiplied by y plus 2 in the bracket. 12 multiplied by 4 will be 48. Now same for second equation, but the LCD here is 6. So 6 divided by 2 is 3 in the bracket x plus 3. Minus 6 divided by 3 is 2. X minus y is equal to 6 times 3 is 18. Now when you simplify the first equation, use distributive property. 4 times 2x is 8x minus 4. 3x plus 6 is equal 46. Now 8x plus 3y is equal 46. Here you have to take care of this minus when you multiply. The first one is easy. Second one is minus 2 times x. Minus 2 times minus y will be plus 2y. That's why we have here x plus 2y is equal to 9. Now, take another pause. And then see here, we have 2 simplified equations, number 1 and number 2. And then you can use any method to solve this linear system. We have many ways to solve linear systems. So take a second and think, what can we do here? This is equation 1, this is equation 2, simplified form. Now in the next slide, I will use elimination method. Elimination method means we will eliminate the verb, we will eliminate or cancel or delete or get rid of any variable first, either x or y. But the condition is that we should have coefficients that opposite in signs, either 8 and minus 8, or any number there, let's say 6 minus 6, 7 minus 7, or 8 minus 8 on the y or on the x. So I can choose this equation number 2, which is x plus 2y is equal to 9. If I multiply on both sides, minus 8, and then minus 8x, 8x will be canceled when I add the equations, because in the elimination method, we prepare the equations, then we add them. So the first equation stays the same. Second, multiply minus 8 with x, minus 8 with the 2y, minus 8 with the 9. Remember to multiply on the other side also. So when you add these equations, now x will be eliminated. 3y minus 16y will be minus 3y. 4 is 6 minus 72 will be minus 26. If you divide by minus 13, y will be 2. Okay? So what's next? We have to get x. Take the easy equation, always take the easy equation, x plus 2y is equal to 9. So this is equation 2. Replace y in the value here, 2. 4, take it on the other side, becomes minus 4, so x will be 5. So we can say the solution is 5, 2. See, this is the x value, this is the y value. So what is 5, 2? That is a point, which is exactly the point of intersection of the two straight lines if you graph equation 1, equation 2. That's why we call them linear system. If you graph the first equation and the second, there will be two lines intersecting at this point, 5 and 2. That's the easy question. If we go to question number 2, just take a second, please, to read it. If the graph of the line y equals ax plus b passes through the points minus 2, 1, and minus 1, minus 2. Find the values of a and b. This is considered an application on linear systems. In this question, I will present two methods to do it. And I will tell you why I'm presenting two methods after a few minutes. Okay, first, if you have any difficult question, try to read it another time and figure out what to do. Maybe good advice here is you can sketch, rough sketch, what is the question? See, we have a graph of a line, so we can just draw a line. So in the second slide, I will present for you the main idea, how to sketch it to understand the question better. So we have this way here. We have a line, just any line. The equation of this line is y equals ax plus b. And there are 2 points given on the line because the line passes through the points. Find the coefficients of a and b. So I have to find the value of a, I have to find the value of b. That's the main idea. All right, let's go to method number 1. Since this point, minus 2, 1, lies on the line, so we can see here the point lies on the line, on the graph of the line, the coordinates of the point, the coordinates, the means, x and y, they satisfy the equation. So I can replace x with minus 2, y with 1 here. So that's the first point. So I can put, instead of y here, I can put directly 1 and then minus 2 for the x. There is a times minus 2 plus b. If you simplify the first equation, then minus 2a plus b equals 1. That's equation 1, leave it. Take another point here, minus 1, minus 2 given, minus 2 in the y, so I replace that in the y, and minus 1 in the x. You can see that's so easy. Simplify this equation, minus a plus b equals minus 2. So what is this now? This is a linear system in 2 variables, a and b, and we can find a and b by solving this linear system by any method we like. I will use also elimination method because this has easy equation. I have to find 2 coefficients here, either a or b, that are opposite in sign. So this is plus b, I can make plus b minus b. So I take the easy equation, minus a plus b equals minus 2, multiply that by minus 1 on both sides, and then add the equations. So minus 2a plus b equals 1, we leave it. Multiply with minus, minus, and minus. So we have a minus b equals 2. Okay, let's add the equations now. So b will be cancelled, because plus b minus b will be 0. Minus 2a, you add a, so it's minus a. 1 and 2, if you add, you get 3. Multiply with minus 1 on both sides. So a will be minus 3. Now how to find b? Easy, the same way. Take any equation, 1 or 2. Let's take the easy one. B minus 2, take a on the other side, becomes plus a. So replace minus 3 there. Minus 2 minus 3b will be minus 5. That's method number 1. Now let's see method number 2. Then you can compare. Method number 2, since this is a straight line, y equals ax plus b, then we can use the slope of the line. The slope of the line has a formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And these numbers are from any 2 points that lie on the line. Since these 2 points on the line, so I can use y2 for this point. Y2 is minus 2 minus y1 minus 1 there. And then x2 is minus 1 minus minus 2. Do it slowly, please, and practice on it to see. So see, this number is minus 3. So this minus 3 is a. You see here? A is the slope, the coefficient of the x, only if you solve for y. So if y is on one side by itself, coefficient 1 here, be careful, guys. If to say that a is the slope of the line, y should be on the other side, coefficient plus 1. So it should be alone. So we say solve for y, then the coefficient of x will be the slope. Okay, so now we have y equals minus 3x plus b. Now, how to find b? Just take any one of these points and then replace it in the equation. Y equals minus 3x plus b. So I have to take the first point is easy, minus 2, 1. Put 1 in the y, minus 2 in the x, multiply here is 6 on the other side. With 1 becomes b minus 5. So the same answer by 2 different methods. You can see this one is easier because this is a straight line. Now, why I gave you 2 methods? This is the reason. Method here cannot be used in question number 3. Now, I will show you now question number 3, like this. It's almost the same question number 2. One big main difference. In question 2, the graph is a line, and the graph here is not a line. Y cubed is equal ax squared plus b. It's not a line. So this graph is not a straight line. So there is no slope here. There is no slope. So you have to use method number 1. You cannot use method number 2. I gave you also the same points. So this is the equation. This is the point. Just imagine there is a graph. And this graph, whatever this graph is, this graph passes through the points minus 2, 1, minus 1, minus 2. Let's find A and B. Okay, we do the same procedure. Can go here a little fast. Same procedure. The first point, second point, these points, they lie on the graph. So we can replace, now be careful here. We can replace y is 1, but since the equation y cubed, so it should be 1 cubed. And in the x, I put minus 2 squared times a. So look at the equation. Minus 2 squared is 4a plus b is equal to 1 cubed is 1. Now let's try the second one. Minus 2 in the y here, minus 2 cubed. What is minus 2 cubed? Minus 8, because it's minus 2 times minus 2 times minus 2. In the x, I put -1 squared, which is 1. So a plus b is equal -8. So now I have equation 1 and 2. This is a linear system coming from this equation. You can use any method to solve this linear system. Now you know the story. Just take a second here. What do you think the easiest way? I think you should know it. You can cancel either x or y. I multiply the second equation by minus, 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 because I will cancel the b. You can cancel also the a if you like. So when you add the equations, this is 0, 4a minus a is 3a, 1 and 8 is 9, divide by 3, a is equal to 3. Now let's take equation 2. B will be -8 minus a, replace a there, b will be -11. These are the values, a and b. Now remember, just to stress it again, you cannot use the slope here because there is no slope for this graph. Now on the next slide, I will show you the graph of this, just as a gift. The graph, very nice graph. This is a function, very nice graph. You see now, even before you do it, you can imagine there is a graph, any kind of a graph. The point -2, 1 passes here, and then the second point -1, -2. We need a and b. So we have to create a linear system. Okay, now what I will do, I will leave for you 2 questions. I will call the first one practice 1. Solve the linear system ax plus by equals 1, bx plus ay is equal 1, a squared minus b squared cannot be 0. So a and b are not given here, they are variables, but you have to find x and y. Solve this linear system by any method you like. I will put the answer in the last slide, only the answer. You can practice yourself. And there's also practice number 2. Solve a linear system that has some radicals there. 2 square root of 3x minus 3y is equal to 15. And the second equation, you can see it. You can pause the video, try practice number 1, practice number 2, and then you will find the answers there. You see, practice number 1 is, this is the answer. Practice number 2, this is the answer. And I would like to thank you very much for watching this video. You can join me in another videos, another topic.